So in four-stroke engines you have a piston, and on those pistons are three rings. And in this video I'm going to explain the importance of these three rings. Teach you a little bit about them. Hope you learned something in this video. So in a four-stroke engine you have a piston, and on that piston are three different rings, and each ring has a very important, crucial task to the performance of the engine. The first ring, which is on the bottom there, is called the first compression ring, which stops most of the compression from leaking past the sidewalls of the piston. The second ring, which is the middle one there, is called the second compression ring, and what that does is it's basically a backup of the first. So if any compression does go past the first ring, it will stop at the second compression ring. Now the third one, which is the top there, it's the big fat one, is called the oil control ring. And what that does is, as the engine's running, oil splashes up from the bottom of the piston, and the ring there stops the oil from going past into the combustion chamber. This is a two-stroke piston from a two-stroke engine, and the difference with the rings are that two-stroke engines usually only have one, and that's because there is less compression happening at the top of the piston, and since there's no oil in the engine block, there is no need for an oil control ring either. Although some two-strokes have two rings because they have a larger displacement, this model only needed one ring. This is another two-stroke piston, and as you can tell, it has two rings, unlike this one, which has one. That has two because it's bigger, so it has more compression, but since there's no oil, it doesn't need the oil control ring. So it only has two, the first and second compression ring. That's it. That's all it needs. So you look at the difference between the pistons, and you can see that that has three. That's the lawnmower piston. It has three rings. The ATV piston has two, and then the weed whacker piston only has one. That's the difference in the rings. And although there's different size pistons, they all have a ring for that reason, to seal, make a proper seal in the combustion chamber. Now, when rebuilding an engine, the placement of these rings are very, very important. You want to make sure that the rings aren't lined up in such a way that they look kind of like that, because even with the rings compressed, they will still have a slight gap that the compression can leak past and then escape into your engine block. Now remember, when the engine is running, the piston is flipped. Right now I got it upside down, but the compression could still leak past and it could ruin the performance of your engine. Now, when rebuilding the engine, you want to make sure that all the rings are at least 90 degrees away from each other. Kind of like this. See? You want to have them so if compression leaks past there, it has nothing to go. It can't go past there. And there's no gap there just in case. So it basically, the compression stops after the first or second ring there. So that's why it's crucial for the placement of. That's the end of my video. I hope you learned something throughout the video, and I hope you liked it. I hope I didn't get too boring. So I am J.L. Oak, and I am the backyard mechanic around my neighborhood. I am very familiar with fixing small engines and doing repairs to them, so I can get right down to the nitty-gritty of the engines. So if you want to know that type of stuff, and you are looking to fix small engines by yourself, so you don't have to pay lots of money to get it fixed. I suggest you subscribe to my channel. I don't have many videos on there yet, but I will start posting some more over the summer. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe, share, like, whatever you want to do. I'm JL Oak. Peace out.